Hello. Hi, friends and family. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you can hear me well. My view is amazing, but I live right by a street, a really busy street, so you might hear some cars. But I just wanted to hop on here and say a few updates, give you some news. But yeah, first of all, greetings. Thanks for tuning in. I am in my last and final year of BSSM, and it is amazing. 3rd years, we jump in. We learned the first 2 years of school. We learned a lot about ministry, about the Lord. Who are you? Who's God? How the Bible, how to study the Word, how to apply it, longevity in leadership, and on and on and on. And now we get to apply the things that we've been learning and serve. And so I am serving an amazing mentor. His name is Gabriel Lopez. And I told him in first year that I wanted to 3rd year for him, and here we are. And I'm on an amazing team. Oh my gosh, I love my mentor and my team, which is just everything. It feels so set up. Mason, Steven, Hannah, Jure, and myself, if you guys are watching, love you guys. Yeah, my team, my mentor, what we're doing with each other in the first year environment, and supporting and helping Gabe pastor a revival group. See what I mean? Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Yeah. So basically, 3rd year has just been amazing. It's exceeded all of my expectations, and it has been my favorite year by far, 100%. And so, but with that, I have some notes over here. We're going to Hawaii. Yes, I'm going on missions. So my final year here at BSSM, I'm going on missions with my mentor and my team, and we are going to Hawaii. I am so excited. And yeah, there are a few reasons why I chose this trip, or 2 reasons why I chose this trip mainly. And the first one is because I felt like the Lord asked me to go on the trip that my mentor was leading, which happens to be Hawaii. So my mentor, Gabe Lopez, is leading this trip with somebody else. Her name is Sarah Jackson, and she's amazing as well. And so me and the whole team, we are going with him and supporting him, and it's gonna be awesome. And I already knew, I was sold out on the idea of just going wherever he went, and then I heard about that he was leading the trip to Hawaii, and I got really, really excited, which leads me to my second point of why I want to go to Hawaii for missions. And that is because Hawaii needs Jesus. Everyone needs Jesus. He is the desire of the nations, and yeah, they're longing. The people all over the world are longing to know him and to receive his love, whether they know it or not. But specifically Hawaii, you think usually Hawaii, you think tourism, you think beaches, and you think vacation, and you think relaxing, and it's like, why would you be going on a mission trip to such a luxurious place? Are you really guys gonna work and serve there, or are you guys just gonna ask for donations and then just chill on a beach chair somewhere? No, I promise you, Hawaii needs Jesus. You think tourism and you think vacation, but really the locals, when you get down to the locals in Hawaii, and specifically Kona, where we're going to be going, there is such extreme poverty, spiritually and financially, physically. They are needing the Lord, and they need his love, and they need to know that there is a God out there who's involved in their life and who cares about them and who wants to see them succeed and thrive and be whole and be loved and provided for. And so that's why we're going. So yeah, we were talking in this team meeting a couple of weeks ago about how it's so interesting how usually people travel to Hawaii to be served. Like, if I'm going to Hawaii to go on vacation. I'm looking for somebody to serve me food, or I'm looking for somebody to serve me on the beach, or I'm looking for somebody to serve me in some kind of touristy attraction, whether it's sea-doos or whatever, or surfing, teach me how to surf. But we're not going to be served. We're actually going to serve the locals of Hawaii. And how often does that really happen, where people travel to Hawaii to go serve them? So that's why I want to go. I want to go because my mentor and my team, and I think it's going to be amazing, and the Lord asked me to go where my mentor is going. But really, I am excited to evangelize. I'm excited to share the love of the Lord with the Kona locals. So yeah, it is an evangelism trip. We'll be doing a lot of evangelism where we'll get to share the love of Jesus, share the good news to people in high schools and the homeless and on the beaches and to the locals. Sarah Jackson, who's one of the trip leaders, actually was talking about how she used to live there at one point, and when she would share that Jesus loves them with some of the locals there, whether they're homeless or young or wherever they might be, more often than not, they would say, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. Or they just haven't heard it before. And so we're going to go bring the good news. And truthfully, evangelism, literally the word evangelism used to make me cringe, just because I've seen it done so poorly in the past and done without honor and without love. It just sounded like a clanging cymbal, like in 1 Corinthians 13. And cameras in people's faces. But I have learned to love to share my faith here at BSSM. I've learned how to do it with honor and to do it in a way that is planting seeds and brings fruit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it with honor and with love. No agenda, but to just say, you know what? There's so much more, and there's so much better because the Lord came and He's here right now, and you can experience His presence. You can experience Him today, tomorrow, ever after, everlasting. You can experience Him and know Him, and He's available. And people will get impacted, and I'm really excited, if you can't tell. But with that, I actually need your help. I do. That's why I'm making this video. I need to raise $607 by December 1st, which is my second deadline. And I need to raise $607 and December 1st, which is about 2.5 weeks, to make sure I can still go. If I don't make the deadline, I won't be able to go. I'll be dropped from the trip. But I know God can do it. I know He wants me on the trip. I want to be on the trip, but even more so, I know the Lord wants me on the trip, which makes a big difference, so I know it's going to happen. And then secondly, I need to raise, like the big picture, I need to raise $1,790 by February 9th. So like split up in a few more deadlines. And the good thing is God is a provider, but He is also so creative and doesn't just leave me without ideas to fundraise or to help get support. And so a few creative ideas that He gave me was, one, to make this video, and two, to design some merch that I can sell, and all of the profits and the proceeds will go towards my mission fund. And so me and my mom sat down and over the phone, because she's in Tulsa and I'm in Redding, but I love you, Mom. Shout out to you, Mom. She helped me come up with some designs. They're really cute. They're about spreading the gospel, peanut butter and jelly and honey themed. You'll have to check them out. Super cute designs. So if you buy a t-shirt, we're going to offer them in crew necks, t-shirts, mugs, and tote bags, the designs. And if you buy them, which is a great time to buy because it's close to Christmas. So if you want to get Christmas gifts, it's a win-win. You give a gift and you also, the proceeds go to my mission. So why not, right? Perfect timing. So all the proceeds of the merch will go to my missions fund, which is super exciting. I'll be dropping a couple different designs. And then also, if if you want to go just the donation route, which is awesome too, if 25 people donate $25, then that will help me meet my December 1st goal in a couple of weeks. And so it's just $25. It's doable. If you're praying about it and you're like, yes, I feel like the Lord wants me to donate, then it's just, you know, a coffee or one time that you want to eat out or DoorDash something, putting that aside and saying like, okay, yeah, the Lord asked me to do this, so we'll do that instead. So, man, I feel so grateful already just making this video. I'm saying that, honestly. I don't mean to be cheesy. No, but really, because every donation that I get in, just being here and being at school and people send me funds for missions, revival trips, or tuition or things like that, I feel I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and how the Lord provides. So it could be $5, $10, $25, $100, $300, whatever you feel like the Lord is asking you to give. If He does, I would be so grateful if you would pray about that. It would mean the world to me. And so, yeah, so those are the strategies. I'm going to put all of that information in the description below. So you can take a look at that. The 25 people donating $25, buying the merch. If I can get 60 sales on the merch, then that will take care of my second deadline as well. It takes a little bit more funds, a little bit more money because of distributing and that kind of thing. So, but 60 sales and I'm good to go with the second deadline. So I'm going to put that in the descriptions. Also, ways you can give if you want to just donate, I'm going to put in the description as well. I have a direct link. So if you click the link, it'll take you directly to my missions fund, and then they'll ask you how much do you want to donate? Do you want it to be anonymous, or do you want to send a message? I love seeing those. It really warms my heart. It makes me all fuzzy inside. And then also there's Cashapp and Venmo. I can put my maybe not in the description, but you can always message me or comment, and I will get back to you with my Cashapp and Venmo as well. So, with that being said, I do have some prayer requests. If you are watching this video and you want to know how to support me, I would say the number one way to support me is by prayer, and the second way to support me is by finances. So, prayer support, man, I would love it if you would pray for finances for me and my team, that we would all get there and that none of us would be dropped from the trip, because I know the Lord wants us to go. And then 2, that we would get words of knowledge, prophetic words, and dreams about the people that we're going to come across who need to hear from the Lord. I have seen so many healings that have happened because of words of knowledge, pain leaving people's bodies because I had a word of knowledge, or the Lord gave me a word of knowledge, or prophetic words where the Lord was brewing something in somebody about a business idea, or they needed breakthrough in their family, and I've gotten a download from the Lord, a prophetic word, and I got to speak over them, breakthrough over their family, or this exact business idea, but they had not told me. And so if you're not familiar with prophecy, it is a spiritual gift, and it is real, where I could know somebody, or I could see somebody but not know them at all, but the Lord gives me a prophetic word over their life, and it just marks them and it transforms them, and they say, how did you know that? How did you know I had this business idea? I actually think I'm going to share this testimony because this is so cool. And just if you're watching this video and you're not familiar with the spiritual gifts, 2 Corinthians, I believe it's 2 Corinthians, Paul talks about eagerly desiring the gift of prophecy. And so in my first year, I was on missions in Washington, and I was having an incredible time, and it was an amazing time of, this spiritual gifts and evangelizing and seeing people transformed and leading worship and praying over people and ministering over them. And I came across this guy, and I felt like the Lord, I was praying over him, and I knew I was about to prophesy, and I felt like I heard construction, and I was seeing construction work. So I started praying over him, and I said, I feel like you're in construction, and I actually feel like the Lord is giving you a business idea where he's asking you to create a construction company, and you're going to hire employees that are actually veterans, and you're going to minister to them, and you're going to disciple them through this business. And I see actually the logo. I was seeing in my mind this logo for this business. And I started describing this logo, and I'll keep that private, but I started describing this logo, and at the end of this prophecy, it was getting very, very accurate. And at the end of this prophecy, this guy looks at me, and he starts smiling and laughing, and he was like, you have no idea. Everything you said was on point. I wanted to start a business, and I wanted it to be construction, and I was driving on the way here, and I thought, God, if you want this to happen, I need you to give me a word. I need you to give me a sign. And here I am giving him this word about the exact business where he's been wanting to hire veterans and disciple them and take care of them. And then he pulls out his phone. He says, this is the logo. And the logo that he showed me was the exact logo that I saw and described. That is the power of prophecy. And so we're going to be doing that. And so I would love it if you would pray for our team that we would get words of knowledge, prophetic words, and dreams. I had a dream one time about a girl who had purple walls in her bedroom, and I knew she was a creative. I knew she was writing a book. And lo and behold, I came across a girl, and I felt like she was the one. And I asked her, hey, do you have purple walls in your bedroom? And she said, yeah, I actually do. And I said, oh, so you're writing a book too, huh? And she said, yeah, I am. How did you know that? And I said, well, God gave me a dream, and he gave me a dream of you, and you had purple walls, and you were writing a book, and I got to speak into her life and minister to her and bless her book and bless her creativity, because the Lord had given me a dream and spoken to me about this specific individual. He loves people so much that he would talk to other people about them, that he would talk to me about a random stranger and about the plans that he has for their life, so that I could tell them, and they would have no idea who I am, but they would know that God is real and that he loves them, because a random stranger came up to them and said, I know these details about your life, and God loves you. Let me tell you how much he loves you. And it transforms people. It marks them. It breaks through something that this doubt and this weird, is God involved in my life kind of thing. And it breaks through that, and people get transformed. And so that's what we're going to do. So pray for financial support, for words of knowledge, prophetic words, and dreams. And then lastly, because it's an evangelism trip, please pray for my team, and pray that the people that we encounter in Kona, Hawaii, that their hearts would be ready. That hearts would be ready to receive the love of the Lord. That hearts would be ready to receive Jesus and be ready to make the most important, the most powerful, and the best decision that they will ever make in their lives. We know there is fruit. And evangelizing and sharing your faith is not about numbers. It is not about winning souls or just bringing souls into the kingdom. It's actually about the love of the Father, and that he's after his sons and his daughters. He's after his kids. And if we can be vessels to say, hey, God is after you, and he loves you, and he's never going to stop until you see him, and you see him rightly. And that's what we want to see. We're not evangelizing to say, oh, my school has, there were 600 people saved on this trip. If we can plant seeds and people can walk away knowing that they are loved by God, then that is the goal. That is the goal. And so pray that hearts would be prepared and hearts would be ready to receive the best thing that will ever happen to them, ever. So yeah, that is all I have to say. Oh, thank you so much for listening. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. I'll keep you updated. Check out the description below, ways to donate, ways to buy the merch. And yeah, if you have any questions, please message me. Please reach out. Yeah, until next time, thank you so much. Mwah! Bless you guys.